The breaking news, some exclusive live pictures that we're showing you right now of the seized plane belonging to Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro. Maduro, we should note, is not on board, but the plane was seized by officials for violating U.S. sanctions. CNN's Kylie Atwood joins me now. Kylie, this is pretty extraordinary. This does not happen, obviously, every day where U.S. authorities go in and seize the plane of a head of state. But that is essentially what's happened this morning. Can you break this down for us?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the plane of Nicolas Maduro, the president of Venezuela, is now in the hands of the United States. As you can see there, those images demonstrate that it has just landed in Florida. It was seized by U.S. authorities in the Dominican Republic. That is according to multiple U.S. officials who spoke with our colleague Priscilla Alvarez about this. And how this all came to fruition, Jim, is that this plane was in the Dominican Republic in recent months. We don't know exactly why, but that presented the opportunity for U.S. authorities to work with authorities in the Dominican Republic to actually make up a plan and seize the plane. And just to give folks context, this plane is effectively the Air Force One of Venezuela. This is a plane that cost about $13 million, the U.S. estimates. It's been used by Maduro to travel around the world, to make visits, to see other world leaders and the like. It's now in the hands of the U.S. government. It's an extraordinary move. The U.S. has for years been trying to disrupt the flow of goods and finances, money going into Venezuela. For example, they have disrupted luxury cars going into the country. But we should note that this is just such a bold move because, according to one of those U.S. officials who spoke with our colleague, this is unheard of and sends a signal that no one is out of the reach of U.S. sanctions. So they clearly had their eye on this plane for a while that was being used by the president of Venezuela, and now it is in U.S. custody. Now, the process here is that now that it is in the United States, Venezuela can petition for the plane, so we'll watch and see what happens there. But also, the United States can collect evidence from the plane. We just saw some folks heading into the plane, U.S. authorities heading in there with what appeared to be a recording device. They'll be able to collect evidence in terms of what the president of Venezuela was doing potentially on that plane. We'll watch and see how this all unfolds. Jim?
Yeah, Kylie, we do want to emphasize to our viewers, you are looking at live exclusive pictures right now, or almost live. It happened just a little while ago, of these law enforcement officials. These are live pictures, as a matter of fact, of these law enforcement officials sort of circling this plane, going in and out of this plane. It's landed in Fort Lauderdale right now, but as Kylie was saying a few moments ago, it was seized in the Dominican Republic. And Kylie, as you were saying, this is a very aggressive move on the part of the Biden administration to go and do this while Venezuela is in the middle of a lot of political turmoil right now.
That's right. So we just had the elections in Venezuela over the summer. U.S. officials were highly concerned about the results of those elections, how those elections unfolded, calling into question the fact that Maduro came out victorious in those elections. So the fact that they have seized this plane sort of builds on the tension that has only been escalating in recent years between the United States and Venezuela. Of course, there have been some cooperation between the two countries in terms of a prisoner swap that we saw recently. But beyond that is a really tense relationship, and the Biden administration making it very clear that they are not going to hold back. They're going to go after Maduro and really try and seize anything he has in terms of incoming revenue, and all of that that enable him to travel around the world. Now no longer able to do that on this plane.
And you were just saying a few moments ago, this is that country's version of Air Force One, and so this is not a small thing. And Kylie, what are these police officers doing outside the plane right now? You can see several officers going in and out of the plane. They're taking pictures.
They're collecting evidence, Jim, and so we don't know exactly what they're going to find on that plane. There are still some questions that we're looking to learn in terms of why this plane was sitting in the Dominican Republic for a number of months here. But it is noteworthy that the authorities from the DR did work with the United States on these efforts. We don't know the last time that Maduro was on this plane. We do know, as I said, that there are images of him traveling around the world dialogue, meeting with world leaders on this exact plane. So it'll be interesting to see what they find on board, notes from those types of visits and the like, potentially. We'll just have to watch and see what investigators share with us. We have put in requests for comment from, of course, the Department of Justice, DHS, and the State Department to provide us with more context with regard to how this all came together.
All right, Kylie, thank you. And just to recap for our viewers, you are looking at exclusive live pictures right now of the plane belonging to the Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro. It has been seized by the United States. It was seized in the Dominican Republic and then flown to Florida. It's sitting on the tarmac in Fort Lauderdale. When we have more information on all of this, we'll bring that to you. Kylie Atwood, thank you very much.